Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I'm Waheed-uz-Zaman from Links Consultants. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The topic of my today's video talk is to describe to you the 5 categories of fake files in property business of Pakistan. The key object of this video talk is twofold. Number one, identification of fake categories of files in property business. Number two, the right of purchaser when developer failed to deliver the developed plots on stipulated time in the context of existing legal framework. I have structured my video talk into 4 segments. Rationale behind today's video talk, then I will describe to you 5 categories of fake files in property business. In the third segment, I will discuss its legal implications, and in the fourth segment, I will discuss issues and recommendations. Concerning rationale, in my 20 years of real estate business, I have witnessed thousands of affectees in real estate sector of Pakistan who have lost their hard-earned money of their life. This speech is prepared with deep concern for people who have passed through sorrow and suffering by being the real estate affectees. It is also for those overseas Pakistani who want to make safer investment, especially who usually act as absentee purchasers and sometimes are not informed on the ground realities. The purpose of this talk is to pave road for you for safer investment. If you as an overseas Pakistani, I hope you are not one of the affectees of real estate investment. If you are already listening this video, this means you are seriously interested in safer investment and that the investment that have potential for growth in Pakistan. This video talk is also highly used for property agents for improving their knowledge base. It gives lot of points of thoughts to policy makers, officials of implementing agencies, lawmakers and officials of law enforcing agencies. This is my 7th talk in the series of talk which covers the volume on the legal framework series. I will look into the topic from the prism of practices done in the recent past and will cover all shades of fake files of property business. In segment 2, now I would like to discuss the categories of 5 categories of fake files in property business. The category 1 related to fake property file is selling plots without land. In this case, 100% money was received. The entire project or sector or part of the sector or blocks were sold without land, and even in some cases without MAP. Developers who received 100% payment from purchasers long ago, but purchasers have not yet received any plots, leading to litigation between purchasers and developers. One of the examples is a high profile case of DHA City Lahore. This is the second category of fake file in property business, is selling of files and plots on unapproved lands. This is the case of fake property files when land exists. In the first category, selling was without land, and I have quoted the example. And in this category, land exists but falls in, for example, green areas or fall in flood zone, although these lands were purchased but approval and NOCs on these lands were not possible. Dozens of examples exist in Lahore in this category. The fake file category number 3 selling on fraudulent land. Several project and sector and blocks of projects in all mega cities of Pakistan were sold on illegally acquired lands. This is the case of fake property files when land exists but was fraudulently grabbed. The category include the state land. Developer also grab forest land or state land belonging to different government institution meant for special purposes, and those lands were not meant for private housing projects. Category 4, fake file of property as a result of overbooking. This implies that selling more quantity against less amount of land available. This is the case where overall approval and NOC and clearances of project exists, but developer deceives the purchaser in the name of these NOCs and clearances and oversell the plots and files. For example, a developer has sold 6,000 files against the land available of 4,000 plot. Several developers were involved in this fake and illegal business. Category 5 in this fake category of property file, the sale is undocumented, and this implies that issuing files on the letterhead only. And among the 5 categories of fake property files, this is the worst kind of fake file. In the recent past, some developers have been allocating several plots by issuing receipts on letterhead only. In this case, even the unique form required to process the transfer of plot did not exist. Land map did not exist. Files were not numbered and not balloted. If land existed, fall in the area where NOCs and clearances were not possible in legal sense. The most disgusting and shocking fact is that people have been investing on such fake properties product and yet have been considering them as investment in the property. Now in segment 3, I will discuss legal implication of fake files in property business. Now let's look into what law says on these 5 categories of fake files. Even if the file is completely genuine and legitimate, and when land, NOCs and approval do exist, only developer delay the handing over a plot to purchaser. See what rule says. According to the clause E of the section 21 of chapter 4 titled Marketing and Sale of Punjab Private Housing Scheme and Land Subdivision Rule 2010, it states, in case of delayed handing over possession of plot beyond the stipulated date, the developer or builder will be liable to pay an amount equal to 2% per month of the amount paid by the allottee. Say if a purchaser has paid rupees 60 lakhs or 6 million and possession was due in 3 years, and if possession period has been extended up to 5 years, then for 2 years developer will pay 0.12 billion per month to the purchaser, or 1,20,000 per month to the purchaser. Just look into the stated regulation. They say if the possession is delayed, then the developer has to pay 2% per month of the paid amount. But imagine if the developer has totally failed to deliver or was involved in selling of totally fake project, then how bigger should be the penalty on developers? This comes under forgery and PPC, Pakistan Penal Code clauses of 420, 468 and 471 will be invoked, which are non-bailable and non-compoundable offence. Some high-profile cases like DHA City is an example. With time, the investors have opted a lower degree investment option for trading of files instead of on ground plot in search of shortcuts and quick rich scheme. Our recommendation is to invest only on ground plots. Concerning on ground options, Bahria town Lahore is a good opportunity for investing on ground plots in newly developed blocks. You can even purchase a good location plot on ground in the price range from 5 million to 6.5 million. Now I turn to segment 4 after describing these 5 fake categories of files in property business. This raises issues and recommendations, and now I would like to discuss one by one. Issue 1: blind trust of investors on big names. Our recommendation is, even if they are big names, invest only on those files for which land exists, with all NOCs and clearances in hand, and you as an investor should know the timeline for development operations. Issue 2: enactment of irrational government law and regulation. Green area law was irrational because government failed to implement it in all fronts. In my view, green area law was the monopoly of corrupt officials. This law acted as corruption factory for the authority officials, because besides law prohibited the launching of societies on such lands, the authority officials have been issuing preliminary planning permissions and even subsequent clearances on these projects, taking heavy informal payments from developers. Concerning issue 3, developers sometimes sell entire project at PPP stage, and issuing of preliminary planning permission for housing society on green areas shows the weakness of the authorities and TMAs. The government also does not ensure execution of rules, 2010 subdivision rules. The government also does not ensure execution of the rules of housing societies subdivision rule 2010 in letter and spirit. Green area law need to be abolished because the governments have failed to implement it. Our implementing and law enforcing agency should help general masses to protect their investment by ensuring that no developer should start selling preliminary planning permission stage. Issue 4: lack of field level monitoring and evaluation by implementing agency. The current state of affairs is as follows: although regulations are there, but there is no mechanism in place that ensures that the developer do not overbook the plot and do not indulge in fake selling. Monitoring and evaluation system of our implementing agency should make these developers accountable by putting in place system that should be make public the following information: amount of land approved, number 2, amount of land procured for future extensions, number 3, number of plots booked, and number 4, number of plots can be booked in future extension. Till today, these information are not made transparent by the developer. Our recommendation is monitoring and evaluation system of our implementing agency must develop the mechanism to make all information transparent to help save people investment. Recommendation 2 is the extent, nature and volume of fake business of files and forms shows that our implementing agencies are completely paralyzed. Authorities and TMA require complete institutional restructuring. And recommendation 3 is concerning issue number 4, lack of monitoring, is the monitoring and evaluation system of our implementing agencies in the field need to be strengthened. Although NAB is active nowadays, but they become active after people money has been plundered. Issue 5, housing project, after people have made investment and their investment have been robbed and stolen. This video speech is a part of volume of legal framework series. Legal framework related topics will be consistently discussed for policymakers, officials of implementing agencies, lawmakers and law officials of law enforcing agencies, because I believe that legal framework related topic will have far-reaching and lasting impact on the real estate sector of Pakistan. Thanks for watching my video. Give me your feedback in the comment section, like this and share this with your friends on social media. Please subscribe my channel and do not forget to press bell icon for latest video update. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.